So I'm just continuing on from the video I just did, talking about how the Watchmen are not going to speak smoothie or tickling words. They're going to speak with salt. The conversation is going to be seasoned with salt. And I just wanted to, add a little bit extra on, but you only get 10 minutes on these TikTok videos. So let's read Ezekiel 2. Okay, this should pretty much wrap it up for you in terms of how you know who the watchmen are based on what they say and how they say it. Okay, so listen to this. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he had spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, and I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee unto the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. Remember what I just read in Isaiah 30. Woe unto the rebellious children that want smooth ear tickling words and don't want the prophets to prophesy unto them. They want to hear these smooth ear tickling words. They have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Jehovah God, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them. Read the end of Ezekiel 33, and it says the same thing. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and though thou dwellest among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And when thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious, but thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee, be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. Eat the little roll that's sweet in their mouth and bitter in their belly. Yeah, eat the little roll. Sorry, where am I? And when I looked, and behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe. Lamentations, mourning, and woe, to me, does not sound like saved by unmerited favour and, once saved, always saved. And then it goes on, and it talks about how, I'll read it. But the house, so we're in chapter 3 now, verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears. Okay? So I could go on, but why, if we are to speak gently and speak this lovey-dovey, mushy-gushy, sorry, the 20% charge thing came up. So, as I was saying, why, if we are to go and speak unto these people gently and all nicey nice and, do you really think that you should be doing that? Maybe Yah would prefer if you did this. No! Sharply rebuke the fables. Okay? If we were to go and speak unto these people how the Christians want us to speak and how the people in the Torah movement want us to speak, why would God tell us not to be afraid of their looks and of their words? Why would he tell us that he's going to make our heads hard against their heads? Why would he tell us that he is going to harden us against these people? Why would he tell us he's going to make our heads as hard as an adamant flint? It's because these people are going to hate us for speaking the truth. And the truth is harsh. The truth is not this pleasant, kiss on the cheek message. It's a slap across the face. Because we live in the generation of God's wrath, and that's what this generation needs. Like 1 Thessalonians 1, I think, Paul even says himself. Let me read it, in fact. Look at that, turned right to it. Praise Yah. Okay, let's have a look here. So it's 1 Thessalonians 2. Now I'll go from verse 4. But as we are allowed of God to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but God, which trieth our hearts. For neither at any time use we flattering words, as you know, nor a cloak of covetousness. God is witness. So, at no time when you're preaching the gospel should you be using flattering words or a cloak of covetousness. Now, the cloak of covetousness is telling you that when you're speaking the word of God, you speak it with salt, with conviction. And don't be preaching the word of God with this hidden agenda in your heart where really you just want people to like you and think that you're so nice and kind and special, and you want to heap to yourselves all these silly women laden with sins and these men that want to hear smoothie tickling words and they don't want to be sharply rebuked for being pussies and cowards and wimps. Like, don't speak to those people and just kiss their ego and blow smoke up their arse. No, don't use a cloak of covetousness. Don't use flattering words. Titus 1, rebuke the fables sharply. Well, we live in the time of fables. The people no longer endure sound doctrine, so you have to sharply rebuke them. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel nice. I take no enjoyment in this. I don't want to be doing this. I'm not doing it for my own pleasure. I'm doing it because God saved me out of this cesspool of a world that we live in, and he revealed the beauty of his holy covenants to me, and he said, my son, go and tell these other people how beautiful my covenants are. And I said, yes, Father, I will go and do that. And then he told me, these people aren't going to listen, but you have to go and say it anyway. So I'm going to make your head hard against these people. Well, okay then. The Messiah died for the gospel's sake. The apostles died for the gospel's sake. The prophets died for the gospel's sake. Do you think that's because people were just so in love with these guys for speaking all these smoothie tickling words? Do you think that the prophets were going into the streets of Jerusalem to rebuke these wicked men and women of Judah and saying, shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters? Absolutely not. They would have been going in there saying, thus saith Jehovah. You people are all wicked and hard-hearted and stiff-necked and rebellious, sottish children who don't care about the truth. You just care about yourselves. And we live in the exact same situation where the whole world is given up to fables instead of the truth. And I am absolutely going to speak exactly how this book tells me to speak, which is how I'm speaking now. If you can't tell, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off at this wicked end days generation who is lying to God's people. So I'm rebuking them sharply, like Titus tells us to.